Chill here. He's now really showing that respect. Probably in that draft, he's probably thinking now, okay, was it us, or do we need to change something up? Does this Esmeralda need to be given respect?
I think the answer is definitely the draft, right? Because, okay, yeah, the execution was great already. Miscommunication, sure, there were some mistakes from RRQ, not just completely blaming the draft, but if we want to start fixing something, it has to start with the first thing in the game. That is the draft. And man, that was a greedy draft.
Super greedy.
Fairness with RRQ, all due fairness, I think that they got away with greed. At a certain point in time, they were getting the farm up on Albert as well as Sin. And there was a little bit of an opening that they found wherein the moment they got their first set of items, maybe 3 items on Albert as well as 3 items on the others, they just kept on punching through Todak. They dove turrets. They grouped us as 5, contesting this Estes and Esmeralda pick. And it was crazy, right? There was a point where Todak didn't have a breather. Even the casters, particularly Mirko, didn't have a breather because action was all over the place.
Oh, so
Your
very true
team
here.
is
But this time, things have changed. RRQ is going on to the blue side. Todak on the red, and Todak's the one banning out Esmeralda this time.
Yeah, they don't want to give RRQ. RRQ is a team that will first pick Esmeralda, and they did it before in the group stages. They are not going to be stopping anytime soon.
That is going to be very interesting. Already the swaps coming in. So you can see that Achil, he wants to change. He wants to swap it over. Maybe he's now switching to the group stage style where they play calm and collected. Let's just not get too emotional. Let's play it with the numbers, by the books, as usual, with the 1-1 ban coming in as well. And the Ruby, it does really seem like they want to go with their normal drafts here. Let's see what happens. It is also the Amon and the Esmeralda taken for Todak. So not just changes from RRQ, but changes from Todak. Banning away the hero that they've constantly been using for 3 games in a row.
What would be the first pick down for RRQ? I mean, they have shown that they don't want to really prioritize the link. They eventually will get it.
I suppose.
Yeah, but they will not first pick it at all.
Definitely. They got to see what's up on the table first. And with first picks, I think it's usually hovering around the Eve, the Farsas, one of the 2 that haven't been touched so far just yet. So this kind of opens things up. Remember, a large majority of these games that RRQ have been taken off, well, 2 games that we've seen so far, Clay has performed exceptionally. Game 3 was one of the few games where you're on Matilda. There's not a lot you can do on Matilda other than just play sheer utility. And this kind of shows that Clay's overall playstyle is like, I want to be a hard carry. I want to do big damage too.
And that means that the Eve is the real prime priority now for RRQ. Both Farsa and the Eve aren't banned this time. Game number 4. Now that is going to be the Hayabusa ban. You don't want to really give that to RRQ. Now, I think I'm going to bet here it's going to be the Eve.
Oh no, that's going to be the Eve pickup for the side of RRQ, and we all know how lethal Clay is on this hero. He's just been on the top of his game today, and we'll see one of the signature heroes come to the game.
I want to say for the ban on the Esmeralda, you already have the Farsa, so that you can trade off against the Eve Farsa combo, but I think Todak can also consider the Phobius. Be it not in the first phase, maybe in the second phase on the picks, but it is definitely going to be a consideration for Todak, especially because the Esmeralda is banned out anyways. Another consideration for Todak is the Matilda.
Well, don't forget, Clint is wide open here for the gold lane. And Yutong going to get locked in here. And as you mentioned, Matilda as well has been locked in as well. What's a little concerning is how things have suddenly shifted, right? From what used to be, okay, let's set things up for the gold lane in towards that second phase. It looks like they're taking a different new leaf here where RQ is saying, hey, let's build around Clay. He's been doing well on these mages overall. Todak, understand this, immediately look for ways to punish him.
I really like that, honestly. From Todak, very intelligent picks coming in. You just literally want to control that Eve in the game, and RRQ will instantly respond with the Lancelot and the Cho. This is the 2 signature heroes once again, not just for the side of Albert, but also it is that Cho that has just been so consistent for R7, offering as well single target lockdown, but this is a chance for Todak to pick up something like the Phobius.
I think this is interesting. I mean, yes, they can pick up the Phobius if they want to here, but that begs the question, right? What exactly is Momo really going to have? Is he really going to get his hands on the Phobius here, especially since RRQ is considering, hey, let's deter Formace from actually playing that assassin. And if he's not playing that assassin, that means Chiku will have to take that role. Formace will then move over in towards that gold side and force them to maybe pick, a big tank flank in towards that side lane or maybe something along those lines.
Team
But there we
is
go.
banning.
Farsa going to be the pickup for TODAC.
Definitely the trade-off. If there's Eve on the other side, and now you're the third pick, you don't want that to get banned out, and it makes total sense. Get on the burst against the Eve, the low HP heroes coming out from RRQ. If you find the openings, the Farsa gonna have a good time. And obviously, you have the setup. You have Yuzhong as well as the Matilda, heroes that can lock down enemies. That means that the combo with the Feathered Airstrike could be good for RRQ. I think that they are going to ban out something along the lines of a Yi Sun Shin, as the Yi Sun Shin will be so good for TODAC. It is a hero that can spot out where they are, and then you combo it with the Yuzhong. It's a great jungler choice for TODAC.
Not just the Yi Sun Shin, but look what's open up for grabs for TODAC.
Your
Roger
team is
is
banning.
up for grabs. Remember, this hero can do basically what Yi Sun Shin does as well. You can kite back, you can also go in and help the dive. So very good heroes to ban.
I mean, yes, it's a good hero, but I think both of these teams have kind of deterred away from it. We haven't seen Albert actually pick it up this time around, especially since, you know, Ling has been, quote-unquote, lingering around so
Your
openly
team
in the
is
draft.
banning.
Yi Sun Shin, RRQ going to ban that almost immediately. Good call there. But TODAC as well, I think now they're just going to focus down on these junglers, if not at least 1 or 2 bans towards the gold lane.
Chivalry is dead.
Okay,
Yep.
so you
Your
ban out the
team
Flint
is banning.
for RRQ. Now you banned some, I think you banned the Nathan or the Matrix. As imagine this, you have a frontline Yuzhong as well as the Matilda, and from the very long other side, right? You have Farsa as well as the Beatrix. You don't want that to happen if you're RQ. Surely you have gap closers, but that is so much long-range artillery that you can get. So if I'm guessing here for RQ, it's either the Nathan or the Beatrix that will be banned out.
Yeah, Nathan or the Beatrix. That's going to be the question, because both of them, they can honestly just leave both of it open so that they can pick it up for themselves, right? So it is just going to come down to what they want to draft themselves around. Right now, with the Yuzhong pickup, do they really want to go for the marksman?
Yeah, I think for RQ. Oh, so you still banned the Phobius.
They banned out Phobius, yep.
Yeah, I don't want, with all of the heroes of RRQ, and guess what? The Astro's Eye is actually an instant cancel against that real-world manipulation, so you don't want that to happen at all.
Absolutely.
Now, TODAC, you have the choice. Maybe you last pick your gold laner now. Maybe get the jungler first. And maybe heroes like Bane should be considered by TODAC.
No, I think at this point they're just going to play Chiku in towards that gold lane here, because there's not much of a threat to go into the gold lane at this point of time. There's no reason for them to go like something so outlandishly, and it feels more like, you know, if they wanted to take the Ling and look for a potential punish towards Yves, yes, they could, but they have to keep in mind Vin, very proficient Cho player.
Let's see what happens here. It's going to be TODAC picking up the Benedetta. This is the debut for Benedetta L in the M3 stage. First time picked up, and very interestingly as well.
RRQ, I think that they now have the shot at getting something like a Harriet, actually, as they do run out of the gold lane.
It's the proof.
But of course, the Brody is available.
Your team
They
is
go Lolita!
Oh.
Okay. So I would assume that this is a jungler Benedetta. So for 4 Maze.
That's the thing. I want to agree with you here, but yes, it looks like you're right. It is a jungler Benedetta, and
What?
I'm hearing a lot of sounds here at the stage. But here you go, Malaysia is going to be the first that literally breaking the meta here. We're seeing Mia go into the gold lane.
Oh my God! I have been literally I've been trolling when I said I want to see the Mia. I want to see the Mia, but finally we get the Mia, and it's from TODAC. That's what I expect. Honestly, they brought this up in MPL Malaysia. Wolf, thoughts?
Oh, okay. So Lolita might not be that big of a problem for the Mia because of the damage. I mean, you're not really that much of a project, although that still is a problem. This problem, but maybe if you pick up something like a Flicker or a Purify, you're gonna be okay. When it comes to like laning against the Brody, that still is arguable. I would hedge my bets on the Brody still, just because of the fact that Brody has got a stun, but the ensnare, that's gonna be really good against the Lancelot in the latter portions of the game. You still have your frontliners, right? You still have this formula coming up from the TODAC side where you have the Yuzhong, you have the Matilda to cover the front lines for you while you sit down back. But the problem is, this is RRQ that they're facing.
Well, we'll just have to see what happens here. The draft has been set. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time, hashtag Malaysia Boleh or hashtag Indo Pride, because that is a very interesting pickup for TODAX.
It's just, I don't know. I didn't expect to see it here at M3, but TODAX, they live by their mantra, TODAX Langgar, and they will keep moving forward with this. But now we're understanding that at the very least, when Yums is going to be playing towards this bottom side, he's going to be babysitting Mia for as long as possible.
Let's see what happens here. Again, it's going to be TODAX just going at it, run here. Back at it again, though. Look at that, R7 just being such a nuisance. He's actually rotated from the bottom side of the map all the way to that top side, and he's being a nuisance. Formase can't really go anywhere, but he's actually going to use the Phantom Slash all the way to the backside. Clay caught in a bad situation, still able to flicker away, but now it is just a lot of resources burnt up. Sin has rotated as well. No kills just yet.
And you know, honestly, same goes for Momo here. He's trying to interrupt the farm of Albert so he doesn't get that early level 4. And, you know, honestly, Formase, it's interesting to see the fact that R7 is sacrificing a good amount of EXP, but, you know, he manages to soak up a little bit of the mid-wave, in fact, to kind of even it out at the end of the day. He's not falling behind, so that's really, really good from RRQ.
And for TODAX, what they need to do is just to secure the farm on this Mia. Chico, guys, we might see him snowball if ever. He's got the, obviously you can expect damage output, right, coming out from the Mia. What you don't expect from him is like mobility.
Oh, but wait a minute, final blow to the backside. Clay is going to be targeted instantly. The Phantom Flash comes in, but Clay is still able to outplay for now. Comes in, but it's going to be Finn coming in with the trade. R7, he's looking for something here as the Black Dragon form has been popped all the way there. Oh, Albert, he's getting caught, and Albert might die here. The shield's coming in, but the Feather Air Strike to finish him off. Momo now gets kicked to the backside, but is still able to survive. A 2-for-1 for TODAX, but RRQ gets the turtle.
Okay, so they traded Turtle for a kill. That's not too bad overall. It was kind of interesting to see how this eventually came together, but Chiku still needs a little bit of the help. Every time his support system goes away, oh, Zin, he's looking for the trade.
Yeah, oh my god, Zin!
What?
He goes for the trade, but Chiku lives with 1 HP!
You've got to be joking.
25% damage reduction in the gold lane, right in action for you. I'm pretty sure that Zin kind of knows the damage output of his ultimate, but just a sliver of HP. Chico, guys, was able to survive.
I'm starting to think the quote is real. Chiku is not afraid of death. Death is afraid of Chiku.
That is right.
It's hard not to believe here, and even for me, it's shocking. Wait, Chiku, he might get punished here, but it looks like Vin, he sees the rest of the backup coming up. He doesn't want to deal with it overall. Oh,
wait a minute. Immobilize coming in, and Sin gets picked up once more. And now look at that. Albert goes into the backside still with a lot of damage follow-up. It's going to be Albert picking up the kill. No purple buff. That means he does not have the mana to go for more.
Makes me wonder if the ultimate of Chico, guys, the ultimate of Mia, it's a debuff or cleanse mechanic to it. I don't know if that actually removes the passive of the Brody. Obviously, it removes stuns and whatnot, but how about the passive of the Brody where you get stacks with the lightning, right?
Yeah, there are a lot of questions left unanswered. Again, Albert jumps in all the way, uses the Thorn Rose, taking a lot of health from Yums, but not getting anything off of that rotation.
Well, so far, based on what I can remember the last time, I'm not entirely sure if they've changed it. We haven't seen Mia in a very, very long time here. I don't think it does get rid of the stacks here.
That's right.
And now we're going to see Yums going attack on Vin.
Oh, for the airstrike has been popped. Vin can't go anywhere, and he's going to be able to juke out once more with Yums coming in, but Clay is right there for the backup, gets his captain out.
So much has been said about this Mia, but TODAX, actually, if you're looking at their other heroes, their combo with the Farsa is just way too good. Like the Circling Eagle really sets up for that kill. And obviously Momo's Black Dragon form and all the setups can be good. Now, if you're looking at the heroes, additionally, there's a lot of chain stun potential in them, which kind of makes it difficult for this Lancelot to even be confident. The difference is RRQ Hoshi has got this reset mechanic of this Luminous Blast. If Vin uses this as a counter initiation tool, TODAX has got no answer to that. Maybe because of their Purify, that could be a way for them to get out, but technically speaking, if TODAX is way too all-in, RRQ Hoshi has got the counter-initiation potential. But TODAX does have the chain stun with them.
I think that's one of the most important mechanics here. If Chiku misses the follow-up stun, it becomes so much more difficult to actually continue to press their advantage here. So it's really dependent on their mechanics that they land every single ability. The moment someone gets hit by it, they've got to follow it up.
The main win condition for the side of RRQ is that just basically Albert getting the stacks, getting the early game kills. And look at that, it's going to be there. Exactly what I just said. Moon gets picked off, but no! TODAX still managing to outplay. And that's going to be R7 caught in the bad situation. Certainly Eagle to try to finish him off. But my goodness, TODAX, how?
It's the petrify, I mean. I'm sorry, it's the purify out of just the shock of how Momo did it. And of course, the stacks, the Shy Essence already piled up. That's why there's a little bit of defense for Momo in that particular situation. That's right. And of course, the chain stun will be there. Again, it's all about the chain CC for TODAX. Surely they get the kill onto Momo, but that was an even bigger bounty as they take out Albert.
Huge timing. Really, there was just not a lot of time for that. It was either he gets it out perfectly before the auto attack connects, or he just straight up dies there. Nicely done for Momo here, but I want to see the continued punishment.
Oh my god, Sin can't go anywhere. A killing spree from Yums. But the thing is, all right, even though, yes, TODAX has been just popping it right now, the kills have actually been placed onto Yums. 3 kills right now.
Oh, I mean, the gold distribution going on to Yums, a little sad, but at least you're getting the distribution of gold at the end of the day. And I think at the end, that's fine when it comes to Chiku, because he wants to place for the... Wait, Yums, is he going to die? Okay, he doesn't die here, but Chiku purchasing that Berserker's Fury is going to be huge.
Nice. In the mid-side is actually a very nice kick by R7, taking a kill off, and that's going to be Albert picking up a solo kill as well in the top side, and just suddenly everything starts to crumble. TODAX, they need to play disciplinedly. They can't get too overzealous here, because that is one of the win conditions as well for them. They are a team that gets maybe a little bit too emotional, right? They overcommit to many of these team fights, and that has just been the downfall of them in the games that they lost.
Oh, Formei is actually alone here.
Oh, wait a minute. Formei is actually jumping in back and forth, trying to bait all of the abilities, but he's going to be stunned up, and that is the power of the Lolita. You use these super mobile heroes, the Dashman 25s, but in the end, it's not going to be worth it because of that one tap stun.
Yeah, it's all about holding up that eye for an eye. Oh, R7! Oh, the Purify comes out just in time!
Momo goes in for the Furious Dive on 2 members. What we saw was RRQ engaging, but what we get is TODAX coming back. Moon now caught right there on the midst of the real-world manipulation as he pops up for the airstrike. Albert, though, he just keeps on going back and forth, and that's going to be both of the teams not losing a single member, except for Zin.
What is this? The sweaty series, come on, man. Everybody's just trying to outplay each other, and I was really surprised in how Momo all of a sudden was there, pops the Petrify combo once again, gets a kill out to Sin. And that is an important kill for TODAX. Nevertheless, RRQ Hoshi are recovering. There was a time where the golden for TODAX was about 2,000, and they got a kill onto Momo. They got a kill on Chiku, guys. Eventually gets the turn, a good turn of events for RRQ Hoshi. So now they have recovered. It's an even game at this point.
Oh, wait a minute. Yums actually goes in for the circling Eagle onto Vin. A little bit aggressive there, as again, they don't really have much to offer here in terms of the follow-up just yet. Albert, but okay. This is getting ridiculous. Chiku, guys, 1 level ahead of Brody. He has been farming like a monster. You can hear the giggles coming in from Gideon. As, oh my god, Albert! What the heck? He just tried to go for that, but finally realizing that, okay, maybe it's time to chill a little bit.
It's conditioning. It's all about conditioning, and both teams are doing it really, really well right now. They're trying to force the other person to break under this pressure and give that respect.
Absolutely, but look at that. Black Dragon Form being used. He's going to be Feather Airstrike connecting onto Finn, and he's going to be taken down. Momo now putting his attention onto Zin. Will it be enough? The stun comes in all the way. The torn apart memory doesn't connect and doesn't get him. Chiku once again is still able to survive, but in the backside is going to be Formei jumping back and forth. And Chiku, how was he able to get out of R7 sights?
Does have the cleanse mechanic with the ultimate. It gets out the way of the dragon. And what really is surprising for TODAX is the way that their composure is there. Instead of just backing out, they commit the Black Dragon form onto the Lolita to take them down, knowing that it is the counter initiation from RRQ Hoshi. Afterwards, when the Eve popped the ultimate, they just went in for the Electro final blow. They weren't able to get additional kills, but at least they get the turret and they also get positioning. A mid lane turret taken in 10 minutes of the game, that is still very instrumental to further objective control.
It is, but not only that, Chiku is playing on Mia. We have to talk about her scaling overall skills. One of the hardest as a marksman overall. Has 3 items, by the way.
Yeah. Wind of nature.
R7 actually connects on the Jeet Kune Do, but it's going to be Mia still able to kite away. Now R7 caught in the bad situation, is forced to run away. But look at Chiku, he's hungry. Look at Sin, he's dead. And look at Albert, he's going to go in under the damage and will be able to take out Moon. Now 1 for 1. It's going to be Albert jumping back and forth once again. Gets a double kill and still finally saves RRQ in the madness as they will be able to pick up a 2 for 1.
That's beautiful coming up from Albert. Did you see that? Utilizing his teammate against him. He went into dash and puncture onto Yums and then eventually gets into that Yuzhong, and Chiku guys need to get back out.
Yeah, but look at Albert, he's jumping in with the help of Finn. We'll be able to pick up an unstoppable. Formay is now rotating and turning around onto Albert. Still able to run away for now. Execution will be able to take him down. R7 now coming in with the Wave of the Dragon. We'll be able to knock him down with the stun connecting. Oh my god! The Guiding Wind gets him out. And Formay! He still manages to survive, but in the end, it is going to be Clay picking up the kill. Zin taken low. And the damage, the fights, the craziness just keeps on going.
This mid lane is a battle pit.
It's literally a gladiatory arena here.
Exactly.
Formays had 2 decisions at the end of the day. Either go dash backwards to the safety of Moon or dash over the wall and buy 1 more seconds to get his Electo final blow back up online.
Oh my
wow, it came down to 1 dash there.
It came down to 1. With this, TODAX actually amassed about 1,000 gold lead. And RRQ Hoshi, if you're looking at their composition, they're not as scaling as TODAX. If you're looking at both the Lancelot as well as the Brody, they do dish out so much damage in the mid game, but come the late game, they're going to be dependent on skills. And sometimes that little window that you give to something like a Mia in the late game. And I mean, I cringe at myself saying that, but yeah. Mia in the late game.
How do you not find this hilarious?
Oh, wait a minute. R7 goes away. The Dragon instantly just everything, literally everything, and the kitchen sink just thrown at Yums. But that was a good shutdown.
Really big shutdown as well. I mean, that's what happens when you're a support and take all the kills.
That's right.
No, it's going to be RRQ
good
actually
positioning
pushing
from
the pace, yeah. And again, what they're doing here is they got a kill, and now instantly they're punishing TODAX for not getting anything or trading anything on the board. Look at that. The moment that the Lord died, they've only been able to clear the waves in the process.
Exactly. And they're out for blood. They want to go for Formays this time. Okay.
I mean, are they still going to chase him? I mean, they're chasing him literally halfway across the map here.
That's a Benedetta. But here's the thing, right? RRQ Hoshi, with just the positioning, they identified that Yums was taken out, all right? So then we went in to scout for where Momo was and knew exactly where Momo was. And because of the fact that TODAX, they didn't have vision around the Lord area, RRQ Hoshi gets an enhanced Lord for free.
Yeah, and this might be the turnaround, man. The 2,000 gold lead that TODAX has built up for themselves has just instantly been turned around. And now with TODAX backing up, it is going to be RRQ building now on their gold lead. So quick to it. And this is the RRQ that we all know and love. They just take 1 fight, 1 pickoff, and they turn the game on its head now with the Enhanced Lord popping onto that top side. A lot of pressure has just been relieved off of them to make some plays. Moon already forced to use the wings by wings very early on in the fight. And Formays, look at him. He's in the midst of it all. This is going to be another pickoff coming in. He has a lot of damage, but it's not going to come for anything. This is how RRQ likes to play. They go in and they isolate the members. Yums again forced to go in, forcing these abilities to come out, and they have just done it. They turn away the 2,000 gold lead of TODAX to a 2,000 of their own, but R7, that was a mistake. He went in a little bit too aggressive. Momo goes in, and that is going to be actually been picked off, but the inhibitor turrets will fall for the hands of RRQ Hoshi. Wait a minute. This might not be Vin dying, actually.
Oh, man, he's really tanking on this Alita. He's just eating shots after shots after shots here. And yes, RRQ Hoshi, 1 fight was all they need to get back in towards this game, and now they have a structural lead against TODAX so far. But Formays, at this point in time, the only reason why he's dying is the timing of his eye for an eye. If he could time it just slightly earlier or slightly later, it would catch it. And I think it's really coming down to these 1-button differences.
All due fairness to Formays, it still is very brave against RRQ Hoshi, just really diving through. It's very aggressive. Even as the Benedetta, I mean, if you look back maybe a year ago, the Benedetta is just way too OP for those kind of plays. And 10 out of the 10 times he'll get out of there. But this time, all through the nerfs that we saw from the Benedetta, all the cooldowns up, and of course, it's not as tanky anymore, and the sustain isn't there. You see how Formase is punished 4 times already in this game. Still, he's doing a pretty good job, but you need to be a little bit more conservative heading into the latter portions of the game.
But honestly, look at the Mia. We mentioned it earlier, the late game is going to be the problem. He has the DHS, Windtalker, and that Berserker's Fury built up.
Has been destroyed.
This is a scary boy.
He's a scary boy. He just needs to get a chance to hit enemies of RRQ for sure.
How do you even get into that position, right? Because you're really just waiting for your team to do a lot of that work. Chiku can only focus about who he auto-attacks and more importantly, who he can focus his attention to. And I think that's why the Demon Hunter sword came out so quick, just to make sure, hey Vin, you're tanky, okay, I want to punish you.
I'm just so baffled that the Mia has only died 2 times in 16 minutes. Again,
I would like to say that I'm used to seeing this. I'm not. This is just as much of a shock for you as it is for me.
Well, Wolf, you know, at this point, what do both teams need to do?
Just wait. At this point, you just wait. Use your, if you're Todak, use your Benedetta to clear out the waves, just to go deeper and to use your kit so that the lanes are flown against RRQ Hoshi.
Oh, all right then. Then they're going to just go for some pickoffs as a typical RRQ Hoshi out of nowhere. The camera didn't even count it. Oh, again, they're just baiting so many abilities, and Vin didn't even use a flicker right there, baiting that Black Dragon form right before the Enhanced Lord spawns. RRQ, they might just look for this Enhanced Lord, but this time around, the difference is they have some range to play for the siege. They have the damage, they have the wave clear.
It's too draining, and most of the time, they are missing out bigger opportunities across the map. So RRQ, they force down, set up a death bush down bot side, punish Formase, and more importantly, utilizing the advantage of their 1 inhibitor lead to now look to close it out on Todak.
But we do need to remember this. Todak has a great high ground with the Farsa, with the Mia on that full item. Look at the attack speed on that man, dude. Again, he's going to be really hard to target unless he really just overextends, gives R7 a position to get that engage, or maybe even Vin with the Lolita. Honestly, he should be untouchable in these fights.
It's gonna be crazy to think that it can go down to a point where maybe the base defense will be what Todak needs, right? Even if they get pushed like all of their inhibitor turrets, maybe that's even an advantage for them because now they only have to defend 1. That's exactly what happened in the previous game.
Well, let's see what happens here. Enhanced Lord is pushing down the bottom side. The minions are going to be cleared out, but it's going to be Momo chunked up very, very low. Chiku, guys, not able to join in the fight right now with the real-world replacement, but it's going to be the in-re-engage coming from Momo. Now Chiku, guys, finally coming in. And Vin is using that Luminous Blast really, really well. Goes in for the stun. Formase still able to eye for an eye, and it's going to be the base targeted right now with Formase trying to defend. Will it be they? Jabu or not? It is going to be RRQ winning the game after such an amazing run. Todak will fall short in that final moments, and the King of Kings will take them down.
Very sweaty game coming out from RRQ. They still got the victory nonetheless. And Todak tried to bring out something out of the ordinary, picking up the Mia against the King of Kings. It looked to be promising at the start, but in the end, RRQ and their composure, the way that they are punishing Todak's over-aggressiveness, over-commitment, as well as bad placing in the map, they are able to push through.
Absolutely, and I think, you know, even in that one, despite the way the draft went overall, Todak should be proud of that overall performance because if the mechanics were, if they were able to push a button just a little bit faster, and this is one of the few situations where I say that, they could have dragged out this game for another full 3 minutes.
And you'll understand why they're making their overcommitments, right? As much as we say that they are, you know, they're not good, they're not really beneficial for the team. If it worked, we could have said that it is a smart move, right? It's always those cases. At least for Todak, they're trying to do something. They're trying to solve the problem. It doesn't work all the time, but at least there's something that they are trying.
Well, we did not break the M2 record, but it's only day 2 of the playoffs, man. We did pretty well for ourselves. 2.6 million peak viewers. Thank you guys so much, everyone who stayed on, who shared it with all your friends, family, everyone you know, because without you, there's no M3.
Absolutely. And honestly, after the entirety of M3, I don't know how they're going to beat a game like that.
Yeah.
This currently is the best game thus far.
Well, they are going to be facing Onyx Philippines
Oh,
in the
that's
next one.
true.
That's going to be an exciting match.
Well, it's Daddy Miracle to Baby LaFell officially now. Take it away, Leo.
Thank you so much, Miracle.